Good morning, YouTube. This is man with George Page, aka the Emperor of Female Body Talk, coming to you live on YouTube. Well, yesterday was the show that was going on in Brazil, which was the Muscle Contest Brazil um, Expo Super Show. And this is the first time it had the show before, but this is the first time it had women's bodybuilding in it. And as you saw earlier, my video I made the other day, we only had one lady for that ship for the women's bodybuilding division. But surprisingly, we had another lady step in. One lady, I think, Arsenio Barrito. I mean, I want Miss AB. I'm be respectful because I mean these names I'm not too good with. I'm chopping it up. So we didn't have to have just one woman for female bodybuilding. We had two. And shout out to both these ladies for stepping up. I know some ladies, it's difficult for some ladies to travel outside the states with cost. Also, how some countries they still have some guidelines when it comes to the virus. I know some women are not comfortable about taking the vaccine, but you know what? If you have opportunity, and this is a show with opportunity, maybe to get qualification, you should take it. And the good thing is if you can find a way to do it, if you find the cost to pay for it, that's great. But I know it's a lot hard for you ladies, so we're talking about space. So anyway, I want to get a shout out to Mrs. Um, Rodriguez Barros, who now earned her qualification. This was her bodybuilding pro debut. So she earned a qualification in her first pro show, and now she's going to Olympia in Las Vegas in December. So the big question is, will we be able to make it? I know what's one thing is the cost of traveling. I said again, from one country to another, all the other stuff. You got to jump in hoops, customs, all that, and that is expensive for like competitors. So if you are somebody who is a fan of women bodybuilding, who want to support a bodybuilding, I'll probably leave her social media stuff in the description. You can reach out to her. I think she mostly speaks Brazilian, which is Portuguese. If you can do Google Translate or something like that, or reach or somebody who speaks Brazilian, you can be like a someone can talk for you as a translator or be a go between. This lady, I think she needs the opportunity. She deserves the opportunity to represent women's bodybuilding at the Olympia for her country. I mean, as I said again, there's been a great history of female bodybuilders out of Brazil. Annie Freitas, Simone Olivier, Olivier, and also one of my favorites, some of the bot. It's been a long time since we've seen female bodybuilders in competing in Olympia, representing their country. It's been a long time. So, congratulations. Hope we see her soon. Anyway, I want to say a shout out to Miss AB. I want to see, be surprised. So I don't want to miss her name. She just stepped up, and this is a great thing because a lot of people kind of disappointed there was going to be one female bodybuilder like was with the Vancouver show. But you know what? Congratulations to her. And she competed. Last she competed was at um, the Europa Super Show in Spain. That was in women's physique, but she also competes in women's bodybuilding too. So, this is an opportunity for Olympic qualification. She has 4 points now, but all she got to do is find the right show. She might do the Portugal Pro is coming up in a couple of weeks. She's done that show before. I think she's done it in women's physique, but she might also try to do it in women's bodybuilding. So it's a great opportunity. All you gotta do is she looks in great condition. Great. Look at her shoulders. Wow. I mean, if she comes in a little better condition for Portugal, she could get her first qualification for the Olympia. So good luck to her. Appreciate her. Shout out to her. Now, one person we all know, she was at this show I've talked about, Natalie Abraham. And they were I couldn't find the list for all the other competitors for that show. They didn't have put up the final score sheet yet, so pretty much we knew that Natalie was going to win. It was hands down, no question. But she did have some stiff competition from I don't want to say it now. I'm gonna say um Miss Z because her last name is Z. So Miss Z, looked pretty good. I mean, she did some shows last year. She did Puerto Rico. Also, she did Portugal. So all she had to do is find the right show. She might also go back to Portugal. As you know, this Portugal show is the only show in which it's qualification for this year's Olympia. The European Championship has been pushed back to November. So all ladies who are overseas competing, you have the Romania Muscle Fest, you have the European Championship, and also you have the Big Man Weekend, which will be qualification for you for next year. So I would say if you feel like, yeah, you know what, I want to qualify for the Olympia, jump on those shows. Those shows will be for next year's, not just for women's bodybuilding, for women's physique also. But like I said, shout out to all these ladies who did this great show. But much respect to Mrs. Rodriguez Barros, for stepping up. This was your pro debut, and you won your show out the gate. She has great potential. Now, I showed pictures of some of the ladies, and they said that, well, she got to make the adjustments, especially going to go to Olympia. Condition is great, but also size doesn't matter. If she can bring in the size, she can probably crack the top 15. I mean, it's going to be tough. There's a lot of competitors. We still have 3 more shows coming up. We got, like I said, the Portugal Pro in a couple of weeks. The debut, the Atlanta Pro, the Linda Show. Also, we have Chicago, Tampa, and I think that's about it. I think we got at least 4 more shows. Also, Savannah. So 5 or 6 more shows before they stop for Olympia qualification. After that, I think after mid-September, any show after that is for next year's Olympia. So shout out to all the ladies. Much respect for them and their passion for sport of bodybuilding, especially for country Brazil. Brazil has always had a great history for fitness and bodybuilding. As you know, wellness came out of Brazil. Because women over there were a little bit more thicker in the waist and bigger in the hips. So it was a division that was created for women who just had some body type that wouldn't fit with the other divisions like figure, physique, or even women's bodybuilding. But shout out to them. So shout out to Mrs. Rodriguez Barros and all the other ladies. Much appreciated, much respect. We hope to see her at the Olympia this year. And just cross our fingers. But like I said again, if you are somebody interested, maybe sponsoring her, maybe supporting her, try to get an opportunity. Because I think she wouldn't want to miss this. This is an opportunity in a lifetime. This is your first pro show, and now you get to be the Olympia. So if you somebody who is a fan of female bodybuilding, I'm gonna leave her social media stuff in the description. Reach out to her and generally want to assist an athlete to make their path in the sport of bodybuilding. Anyway, this is your man always George Page, aka the Emperor of Female Body Talk. Don't like, subscribe. I'm out.